Hot Topic.
Okay, so last night I stayed up and I watched this thing because we played Vanderbilt. Now, this was what I consider a trap game because the kids are just so enthusiastic over their win against West Virginia, and they're energetic. But 5 seconds left in overtime, that's Quade Green. He's going to hit a layup. Here he comes, Quade, right now. And you're thinking, we're going to eat some clock. No, I'm going to split these two defenders, and I'm going to lay it in. So right now I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, there's too much time on the clock. This is what I was telling you earlier, Hayley. So you got Kevin, you get the wide open window, boom.
What if that had gone in? What if that had gone in?
But we walk away with a victory, 83-81. It was exciting. They found a way to win, even though they played lousy for 38 minutes.
But they won, and that's all we care about.
And that's the most important part. But again, they gotta grow up some more.
Yeah,
that's
they
the
do,
problem.
but they've grown up a lot. Imagine if this was earlier in the season, we would not have won this game.
Probably not.
No.
And at least they got some fight to them now. But we got to figure a way to put our throat on, or put our our foot on the throat of our opponent.
We got to learn to put our throat on the throat of the opponent.
Yeah, what I was doing was
Get
putting my throat
close to them.
That's why I'm not any good at basketball, because I was putting my throat on the foot of my opponent. And I wasn't getting anywhere.
That kid is always on the ground.
That's why my dad set me on the bench.
Oh, that's so funny. It was Coach Cal's daughter had tweeted after a recent game. She said, some games I'm like, my dad's the best coach in the world. And then when he takes Brad out, I'm like, do you even know what basketball is?
Yeah.
And it's so true. I'm sure your mom was that way when your dad took you out.
Yeah,
not my precious Lee, the number one athlete in the world.
Yeah, well,
you excelled.
It's still a sore subject.
Is it?
This many years after. I love my dad. My dad was a great coach. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
And I did.
Did he coach you a long time, or was it like one season?
It was a one season. And it was his first year as a new head coach.
Maybe he did.
And I was interviewed when I was the comic up in Louisville.
Yeah.
And recently, this was like a year ago, they interviewed me as for Leo magazine or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to make the kid laugh, the reporter. And and I said to the reporter, he goes, "Oh, so you played for your dad? What was that like?" I said, "It was horrific." Mm-hmm. Well, the guy quotes me in the magazine. And my dad, who has the same name as I do, was Googling himself or doing something and comes across this article, "Playing for my dad was horrific." It's in black and white. And I'm like, well, Dad, that's not what I meant. I meant because people would complain that if I made a mistake, they thought, well, the only reason you're playing him is because that's a coach's son.
Yeah.
And so you need to take him out. And I think, he wilted under the pressure, as I did. Because I tell you what, we played Frankfurt, and I made 5 turnovers before we could get 1 timeout. Think about that for a moment. How quick is that happening? That my dad can't signal a timeout to stop the bleeding.
He's like, Lee, honey, no, son, stop. Stop. Get your throat off the floor.
He was probably right to set me on the bench. But I don't think about it.
And now you have an illustrious career in local news.
Yeah, those who can't go to TV.
Go to TV. That's why we're here. We can't do anything else. Okay, that's why we're here. All right, President Trump gave his first State of the Union address last night. Many of you may have watched it. I did not. It's at 9 p.m. They do that. It's 9 o'clock our time, so, the West Coast can watch it. 6 o'clock out there. All righty, President Trump pointed to getting the tax cuts passed late last year. He also announced big pushes for infrastructure and immigration reform. That's one of the biggest issues right now. President Trump pledged to end chain migration and called for a merit-based immigration program. He drew boos notably once when he was talking about some immigration issues and the chain migration specifically.
Yeah. And he also was getting boos, I think, when he mentioned the MS-13 gangs. Before he got to that, actually, when he started talking about the illegals and sometimes if you bring in danger to the country, and they started to boo. But then he mentioned, well, here's some families who lost loved ones to that MS-13 gang.
Yeah.
And then the boo stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was odd. I mean, listen, I think most people, I don't know how to phrase this. If you are on the conservative side of politics, I think you thought, well, that guy hit a home run.
Right.
Obviously, if you're opposed to Trump, you probably thought, no, it was the worst speech ever.
Yeah.
So I just that we stay polarized.
Well, today's political landscape, we are so polarized. You go in already, no matter who you're watching it. Any of us can be the same way. You already know how you're going to feel before the speech even happens.
Yeah,
or before
and we shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Because, and this happened occasionally during the State of the Union when Obama was president.
Right.
And then it happened last night. There are moments when the president touts certain things that are good for the country, whether it's unemployment numbers are down or whatever is good with the economy at the moment. and you don't get applause for that. It's the whole thing. We should just do what they did, like Washington did. Mm-hmm. They would just write it down and send it to Congress. They didn't give a speech. It wasn't theater. Mm-hmm. But it's like, are members of Congress, you're that political now that you can't even applaud when good things are happening?
Happen to our
even
country.
if it's not your guy, it's still your country.
It is still your country.
And that's for both Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah, come on. We're all in the same country. Let's love it. Are we?
I don't know.
Oh, and did you see how flawless did Melania Trump look last night? Did you
that
see
white
her?
pantsuit.
The white pantsuit. A lot of people said they're comparing her to Hillary when Hillary wore that white pantsuit at one of the big. Did she wear it to one of the debates? But anyway, it was the white pantsuit Hillary wore. Anyway, so some people are saying she, kind of mimics
But they
that.
also rode separately, I heard.
They did. Trouble in Paradise. Melania and Donald rode separately because, there's been a lot of speculation because, she canceled, the president went to Switzerland recently.
Davos.
She was supposed to go to Davos, and she canceled her trip and went to their Mar-a-Lago estate instead. So there's been some speculation because, of course, it was after the...
Then again, maybe not. Maybe she just wants a break from the travel.
Well, maybe, but a woman scorned.
Yeah.
We don't know if she was scorned or not, but allegedly anyway. So that's a whole other story. So hopefully we'll figure out what's going on.
Well, President Trump's water glass during a recent interview has gone viral. Several theories about why the president has a protective lid on his drink. The glass of water beside him during an interview with Piers Morgan was covered. The precaution, a lot like a passage from Fire and Fury, says the president had a long-time fear of being poisoned. President Obama and Vice President Biden also received water with a lid. So for some reason, it's a big deal with Trump.
Yeah. He had a long time.
This Fire and Fury, what was that?
It's your prosthetic.
I'm being poisoned.
You're being poisoned. I'm much less subtle, but I want to kill you, and I will do it now.
I swear to you, every time we get ready to do this show, there's a girl that comes over here and messes with my cup.
Which cup?
This cup.
Oh. You want me to say this? Okay.
It's just odd.
I just realized I forgot the prop I was supposed to bring out here for our next hot topic, but you guys know what a plastic drinking straw looks like, so if you don't, well, go to a restaurant. Okay, so remember the dress debate online? It was that debate everybody was talking about, the black dress or was it blue and white or whatever it was, that dress debate. Well, there's a new debate that has popped up. The question is now, and Twitter has exploded over this, does a straw have one hole or two? Do you count each end of a plastic straw that you get at a restaurant or you can buy them at wherever the grocery store? Does it have two holes or does it have one hole? Somebody started a random poll online this week and people have blown up about it. Is it two holes or is it just one hole that goes all the way through?
I'm going to say two.
You are? Okay. What swayed me, Jesse, our commenter here in the studio, you guys know and love Jesse, he says one.
That's why I'm sticking with two.
Yeah. Well, the thinking is like one of the people that I saw online that said they think it's one, and we know this is silly, guys, but people are talking about it, so now we are. The reason someone said one, it's like think of it as a donut. You wouldn't say a donut has two holes. And think of a straw if you smushed it down.
Okay.
So one hole.
But I have received a straw that wasn't cut properly.
Right.
And it was clipped at the end, even though it had a hole at the top. What's that? That's one hole. It doesn't have two holes.
You need to return that straw.
Well, of course I do.
Yes, you need to.
So what are you saying? I need two holes. So I would say to the waiter, sir, I need two holes on this straw.
Would you say that?
Yes, I would, proudly.
Yes.
Is there a straw there? How many holes does that have?
Thank you. Finally, I left this on my desk.
Yeah.
Now this is so...
Because unlike a donut that has one hole, the two holes here are functionary.
Right.
Yeah. So
I don't know my opinion on this.
If you were to gum this up, now you've got how many holes? Do you not have a hole now? No, you got one hole.
That is a very personal question.
Yeah.
If you had, if it's
you're worse than Chris Goodman.
Oh,
and that's saying something.
Save it. This morning.
No, I know.
We got torn out of the frame on the show this morning. No, I think if it's straight like this, it's one. But I think if you get one of the bendy straws, it's two holes. One hole.
Okay.
Two holes. Stick it in your hole.
Well,
all right.
It's quite a debate we got here.
Yes. All right. So let us know what you think. Take the poll on the Our Live with Lee and Hayley Facebook page. We know it is a silly poll, but hey, everybody's talking about it. Let's hear your opinion. It's always fun to get involved in these viral questions that everybody's talking about. Those are today's hot topics.
All right, now coming up next, Kentucky man relives his life.
It's pronounced relives.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said that. Anyway, he was in the rock and roll scene
Yes.
right here in Central Kentucky.
Yeah, and he's right here from Kentucky. We are so excited to have Charlie Shuck joining us today. He's sharing pictures and more from a new book that he has just released and given us a couple of copies of.
Yep.
We're so excited to chat with him coming up next.